I really hope it's just our floating heads sitting there.
Watch. Where the top of my head go? Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like the Unhannibal eating my brain. Ah!
Given the movie we just saw, it makes sense the review looks like the opening of Zardoz. Yeah. I've got no popcorn bucket this time, but did you see the Tron Light Cycle bucket in there?
Maybe? I mean, it's just him right up the side of the building or something, right? Or no?
It was like the light cycle.
I don't know. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay.
I didn't get a close enough look at it to see where the popcorn goes. Not that they care about that with popcorn buckets anymore, but I was mainly drawn to the price, which is why I don't have one right now. It's $75.
What?
Yeah.
They gotta make their money back somehow for that movie, I guess.
Right? Like, the monkey one.
Lord, that's a lot of money.
Dude, the monkey one that I got was less than that, and that one was still expensive. Yeah. I saw it sitting there, and I thought it was going to be like when I got the Megan 2 one, which was well after that movie had been out and had been marked down to like $5 or something. This one... No,
again, they probably went up because they need to make some money off of it.
I'll give it a week, then I'll get it for $5.
Yeah. No, it'll go to 80 by that point.
Oh yeah, it just keeps on going up. Like that's how it ended up turning a profit.
I really want to know what you thought of this movie first before.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. It's the opposite him, isn't it?
It's going to totally be the opposite of him, because let me tell you, when we were leaving, I was asking my wife how she liked it, and she said, I liked it. I ran into a guy who recognized me there. He was in the same movie. I liked it. I know critics like it. I am totally not on board with this.
I knew it. Only because I can't read... There's sometimes when I go to a movie with people, I can kind of read what the other person... Not so much you, really. There's been stuff we've been at before where I've been like... I don't know if he's liking this, but then we do end up really liking it. So that I didn't know. I only knew because I was like, I didn't like him and Doug did, and I just have a hunch this is going to be the opposite. That is my only basis for that, by the way. There is no other thing for me to add on to that. It was just because of that.
Well, and I do like this guy's, most of his other movies,
yeah.
I do like. I think the closest to one I didn't like is I only liked half of The Lobster. I liked the first half, I didn't like the second half.
That was the only one I didn't care for.
Yeah, but all the other ones I did enjoy. The big thing for me, without going into the spoilers for this, is that I think I would have liked it more if a lot had been trimmed out. I think this is a movie that really takes a little bit of too much time. For a scenario like this, we've seen before. I think we've seen something like this before. But in my opinion, they made the mistake of focusing on the kidnappers and not the person being kidnapped. I did not find, particularly Jesse Plemons in this, even though he's playing it very well, I did not find him interesting at all. I found him so boring.
Oh, really?
And because all I'm hearing him talk about the conspiracy theories. Yeah. I'm like, okay, but what about you?
Sure.
Who are you? Mm-hmm. And you get one thing about his mother, one other thing involving the cop. But even those things, I was thinking to myself, man, if this guy was revealed, if we were following her, the CEO, and the abduction, and then you see him, the mask is off, there he is, and everything goes exactly, all the scenes go exactly as they went. It's just, she was the focus. I think I would have liked this more, but because you hear how you have to, cover up her skin so she can't communicate with it, how you have to shave the head so that, she can't reach the mothership and stuff like that, and how telling the cousin how this is supposed to go and everything, and it just kept going and going and going, and I just found him so not interesting, and maybe it's because I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but even I acknowledge they can be made interesting, and I just didn't find this interesting. I didn't find him interesting. The other thing, too, again, without going into spoilers, did you have an idea where the movie was going?
Okay, so when you said that you didn't like it, in my head I was thinking, like, I imagine there's one thing that we probably agree with in terms of criticism towards the movie. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, given who made
Is
this,
directing it, yeah.
and given that it's already set up that this is, that weird stuff is gonna happen. I mean, this is a movie where every time this isn't a spoiler, it shows established, or the little title cards throughout the movie, and it does it at the beginning too. I mean, it's showing a flat Earth a few times during the movie, and so whenever there was any kind of turn with a character, not even the leads necessarily, or main leads, some supporting stuff. Whenever they're like something kind of shocking would happen, I was thinking, like, yeah, that's how I thought that scene would probably end.
Yeah, I even know some of the shocking scenes you're talking about, but here's the thing, because I do like this director, even though I had an idea where it was going, I'm like, well, I want to see him do it. I want to see how he does this.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind. I could figure it out. But again, I think by focusing on him instead of her, I think not only would there have been some more questions about where it was going, but I think I would have been interested more, because I found her more interesting. And I found, even though they're all acting very well, just everything about her and the way she tries to negotiate with them, and just, what do you want me to say? What are you looking for? And then, okay, yes, I am an alien. This is going to blah, blah. Like, she's trying all these different tricks, and she's so direct and she's so smart with all this. I just found that so much more interesting. And then whenever I had to focus on him and telling the cousin the conspiracy theories and how it works and everything, I turned off. I just was so bored by it. And maybe if they were quicker, maybe there wasn't as much focus, but this guy does, on most part, it works out when he tells a story, it takes a while, but I'm always interested enough. And with this one, I just did not find him interesting. So I thought it really, really dragged.
I do agree that, go back a little earlier, where it does go, I thought so. Like, I did. But in terms of the characters, I did like him. I agree some stuff could be trimmed. In fact, if you cut this down to like an hour long, it could be a fourth part to Kinds of Kindness, honestly.
Yeah, I was trying to think. There's another movie that reminded me of that. Was it Kind of Kindness? Because I'm like, there's another film that had elements of it. And it was by the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Director. Yeah.
And I liked that movie.
I liked it too, yeah.
I liked this one better, but I did like Kinds of Kindness. I did like the characters in this. What I liked about Jesse Plemons and his cousin was when we're introduced to them, even conversations that they're having, it's like, yeah, they're talking about some batshittery between, it's like, if you take out the conspiracy theories, the chemical castration, the kidnapping, I was sitting there like, well, I have this nice friendship going on. Like,
I like the cousin. I did like the cousin quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I felt bad that he, even though it did add to the character, it was funny whenever he says, don't talk, don't say anything. I'm like, please say something. I don't like listening to this guy.
I like
the cousin so much more
together, because I was like, these characters could almost be in like a buffoony 90s kidnapping movie. It's like, they're kind of a more darker version of like some shenanigans we'd see in the 90s, like Celtic Pride, only we're adding a lot more like graphic violence to this.
And maybe that's something too, if I haven't seen this kind of story done so many times before. I mean, you brought up the 90s, it was done a lot in the mid to late 90s, I feel like. This kidnapping story that doesn't go according to plan. They're kind of doofuses.
Coen brothers.
Or even done seriously. I've seen this kind of thing, with like a hint of comedy. I just didn't see that many new elements added to it. It really had to just go off of the performances and the characters. And the performances are very good. But the only... And I got into her and I got into the cousin, but because the main focus was on him, I just didn't find him interesting.
It felt, even though I knew where the movie was going, even though, yeah, this is especially in the 90s, we would see this kind of thing a lot. It was because of his writing, his direction, his style of comedy, that I wasn't sitting there the whole time thinking, oh, this is playing out like a bunch of different things that I've seen before, even though I thought it was a predictable movie. I go kind of what you said earlier, where it was like, but I want to see how he's going to do all these things where I'm pretty sure this is where it's going to lead. And one thing, going off of that, one thing that we've seen and we've brought up before in a lot of stuff is we see the same type of satire done with a CEO type character, usually with the same kind of jokes, usually the same kind of character. We brought it up in Tron recently and a couple of other things. With her, the kind of character she was in this, even the kind of jokes they were doing in this, I was like, thank you. They're satirizing this type of person, but she is a different type of CEO that we've seen a bunch of different times. Like,
well, and she's smart, and anytime the camera was on her, even when she would do terrible things, there's one scene where she's strangling a person saying, oh, well, is it just like,
you're nothing.
You're gonna die because you're a loser and I'm a winner and that's nature. What a terrible thing to say, but I'm like, I'm still on your side. I'm still rooting for you. I just liked her so much more than the other guy in this. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm kind of rooting for her.
I do agree, even though I didn't mind Jesse Plemons' character, but she was my favorite character in this. And what did carry me through it too, other than I like his style of directing and his writing too, is I did laugh quite a bit in it. Even some sequences that I saw coming, I was like, I'm still getting some laughs out of this, because he just has a way of directing these actors to say a line in a certain way, or say something like random, but not too random. Like, it's not like it doesn't fit in the scene, but they might throw you off with some kind of line that, it makes sense in context, but it can kind of get you with just some little side thing that a character might say, or a reaction, or things that you're laughing at that make you feel guilty for laughing at it, like that fucking cop in this film. Holy shit! I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing at this, but this is dark.
There's and how to put it, the main thing is that character, the Plemons character, but there were other things where, again, I was kind of like, oh, does it have to be this guy's style through this? Because, again, like you say, it can be trimmed. I know the music, the funny music in his movies is often a character as well, and it's usually utilized pretty well. I thought it was so obnoxious in this. When a person's just walking or whatever. And it could be I just wasn't getting into the film. Like, I know, like, what's it, Poor Thing or Poor Thing? The music's very obnoxious in there, but the world is so crazy. Yeah. And the people are so crazy, I kind of went along with it. Where, like, it was just taking me out of it here. And, again, it's just when I see these beats of, like I said, I am glad they added certain things, like with the cop and stuff, but when the cop drops by, knocks on the door, the woman's downstairs, you see him hiding stuff. I mean, maybe I've just seen it so many times, I'm like, man, I need something more new added to this. It was just a little too familiar, and like I said, the main thing really is the guy, the more I'm thinking about it. Everything else is just, like, added on top of it. But I will say, too, with the, again, without going into spoilers, with the ending, one of the things I like about this guy's movies is that, yes, you can give very strongly a theme and an idea what it's going for. This one goes very direct at the end.
It does.
And I'm kind of like, all right. And honestly, I kind of wish the movie ended maybe 6 minutes earlier. Again, I can't go into spoilers, but there's a scene where somebody closes a door, and I wish it ended there, because it'd be a little bit more open to what's going on. But on the other hand, I would say, man, I want to see this guy go this other direction. I want to see how far he would go and everything. So I kind of was glad it kept going, but when I did see where it was going, I'm like, oh, we're doing this? All right.
I thought, I just was prepared for it. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought. It does have this, montage that goes on a little too long.
Yeah, I thought that could. That's what I'm talking about. Like that. All they needed was a few shots with that montage, but it just keeps going and going and going. There's so many scenes like that where I'm like, you don't need all this. Just keep it tight. I felt like it was trying to show way too much, and it didn't need to. I really feel shorter would have been better with this.
No, I agree. I was also relieved that it was, because it's an under 2-hour movie by like a couple minutes, like an hour.
I was going to say it felt like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's probably like exactly 2 hours. And when I saw that our screening was later than usual, like it's like 7:50, which means it will start at midnight, and so it was like 7:50, and his last movie was Kinds of Kindness. It was like 3 hours. I was like,
right.
oh shit, am I gonna be able to do this tonight? Then I saw hour 58 minutes. I'm like, oh, it's okay. I mean, I still would have wanted to have seen the movie anyway, maybe not at 8 o'clock at night, but at some point, sure, because I like his stuff, and I liked his spin on more often than not, I liked his spin on different things that we see in like a kidnapping movie. Because you're right, the cop stuff, we've seen that all the way back to Misery, you know.
Yeah.
This, though, it does it with more humor. It does it with this crazy shit the cop is talking about. So even though I knew how that was going to play out, I was still going along with it because it was throwing some really weird humor that I was getting some laughs out of. The music I didn't mind. Now, I could see that maybe being a problem with me if we get 10 movies down the road and like it's still that kind of thing, like a Wes Anderson problem.
Yeah, maybe that could be kind of it for me too, is that I'm just like, maybe I have just heard that music so many times, and it's like, oh, I finally see the one movie where it doesn't work, and damn it, it's really not working for me.
It didn't bother me here, because I didn't think about it that much, but I guess when it started the movie, it was like, okay, I can tell it's one of his movies.
Yeah.
Like, so it...
Well,
it
early on, it didn't mind. And again, I think because you're talking about, there's a lot of moments that are pretty funny, and like, I think I found maybe... I don't know, because I feel like we laughed at about the same things, but I feel like there's a lot more drama separating those moments.
There is.
I'm not gonna say there's no funny moments in here. There are, but I'd be. Would you call it a comedy? I don't know. I'd be, yeah, maybe I would, like a super, super dark comedy. I mean, I guess it's kind of on the cusp, but
I guess if you call Kinds of Kindness a dark comedy, and really most of his other movies.
No, yeah, and again, I'm just thinking about how it plays out. I'm like, yeah, how can I not say this is a comedy? But again, in most of his movies, you almost have to qualify him as a comedy, even though there's long stretches where you won't necessarily laugh. You know, The Favorite, there's long moments where you don't laugh, but it's just so bizarre the way they're talking and what they do and everything. Yeah, I guess maybe if it was tighter, shorter, you cut out more of him, and I think if you do that, the funnier moments would be closer together, and maybe then I would get into more of like the music and the goofiness of it. But yeah, it I think just from the very beginning, I'm just like, I'm not interested in this guy. And I just didn't like watching him. I didn't think he was interesting to listen to. When you got bits of his backstory, that was a little interesting. But there's really only two things about his backstory that are interesting. There's really only two things that we get.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I was interested more in her, and I was interested more in the cousin. But because there is so much focus on him, it dragged it down for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like that character, because you're right, he's probably got the most lines in the movie, then that would sink it. But I didn't mind that character. I thought he was pretty entertaining. But I like Jesse Plemons a lot.
I like him too. He's played very well. He's very believable. He's very
insanely believable.
Yeah, but I just don't find those kind of people interesting. I think
normally neither do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally neither do I. In this, it just it worked for me. Like, even though, again, in terms of a grade, there was a while where I was writing, like, somewhere in the A category for this. But when it kept going, I was thinking, like, Yeah, I'm kind of predicting a lot of stuff that's gonna happen here. I'm still along for the ride, even though they're gonna throw out some stuff and I'm gonna kind of see it coming. But I was very entertained by it, aside from, parts where I would kind of be like, you could kind of trim this and that, but I wasn't consistently kind of thinking a lot of that. Just every now and then some joke or something bizarre would pull me back into it. So because of that, I'll go for a B+, but it's a really good B+ for me. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite of his, but I did like it better than Kinds of Kindness, and I enjoyed that movie too.
I'm not gonna lie, I was writing a D+.
Oh, were you really?
I really did not care for it, but then I'm thinking, the acting is good.
Yeah.
And I guess if I left the movie, I would, even though I had an idea where I was going, it's like, I still would want to see how the guy would do it. I just wish I could, like, fast forward
For sure.
for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But, so I'll give it a C-. If for anything else, just the performances.
Yeah.
I really, again, even though I didn't like Jesse Plemons' character, his acting is great.
He's
all their acting
fantastic
is really
in this.
great.
Yeah.
So I'll give it that. I'll be a little kinder and give it that. And again, I think that's
What
probably
were you
gonna be a C-.
Oh, okay.
And that'll probably be like the lowest that a critic will probably give it, because again, a lot of people seem to really like this movie.
What did we give? It'd be funny if it was the direct opposite of what we gave him.
Well, so I think you gave him a D+,
Okay.
which I was writing, and again, I'm like, but the acting's so good, maybe I'll give it to a C-.
But for the irony.
Yeah, for the irony, I'll say this: if it is the opposite, I'm changing my grade. I'm giving it a D+.
Did you give him a B+?
Think so. Kind of sounds right.
That sounds like something I did.
That sounds like a stupid thing I would do. But I'm really not kidding. I'd much rather watch him over there.
I would rather watch.
But again, I think I'm the outlier on both of these, because a lot of people are liking this, and a lot of people very clearly did not like him.
I saw the other day. I saw the main guy in him. Tyreek Withers, I think is his name. He was in the trailer for one of the movies we got tonight. I didn't like him in him, but I had to watch, and this was a worse movie, but I just had to watch that new I Know What You Did Last Summer. He was really good in it. He was like kind of the only character I liked in the film. Him and Billy Campbell was in it, but no, he was... I was sitting there watching it going, where was this performance in the other movie? The other movie was way more ambitious than I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I thought he was good in that movie.
Yeah.
I thought he kept it all inside, and the world is projecting what he's going through, and he has to keep it inside because that's what he doesn't know if he's being pranked or not. He has to keep all that repressed and be strong, to be tougher from him, because he's the chosen one, the all-star and everything. I thought he played it well, but that's not the only time I've heard that complaint.
It needed an arc for me, then I would have liked him better in that movie. But both movies do have a scene with him in a steam room.
That's true.
I Know You Did Last Summer. And, did you see that new?
No, but I think I saw that like in one of the trailers or something like that.
Yeah, they would put that in the trailer. Not to spoil my snob review for it, but it's not very good.
Well, yeah, I didn't even like the original, so it's not for me.
Then you will not like this movie.
Probably not. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, no, not at all. And I kind of like the first one all right for what it is. But this one, it was just generic, man. Holy shit. More, honestly, you could say that about the first one.
That was kind of my issue with the first one.
Yeah, this one way more so. At least the other sequels were hilarious, unintentionally. What do we got next? I know we got a trailer for something that's coming out next week. Not the. Yeah, I know.
We always bring this up at the end. I'm just like, man, I don't know.
In the meetings too, I'm always what is some point. In the
what's running? What's playing? This
like, are we going to something this Thursday?
I always keep thinking, oh yeah, the Five Nights sequel. And it's like, oh yeah, no, that's Christmas.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like play a Halloween movie around Christmas time. Yeah, obviously.
But. Well, I'll go home and find out whatever's coming up next week. Take care.
Bye.